Hi, this is David Schaefer, the American Retirement Advisor. I had a question from a client today, and he asked, does he need to enroll in Medicare Part B if he currently uses and intends to continue to use VA benefits? Well, first, before I answer the question, I want to thank each and every one of you that are in the armed forces for your service, because quite honestly, I wouldn't be able to answer the question if it wasn't for you. So thanks again. And my heart's out to every one of you for the great job you do. But to your answer, most Americans enroll in Medicare Part B at age 65, which covers medical services including doctors, nurses, surgeons, and such. If a Medicare eligible person without VA coverage chooses not to enroll in Part B and then later decides to enroll in Part B, they face penalties, increased costs for life, and certainly restrictions as to when they can enroll. But if you have VA coverage, your situation's a little different. You actually have credible coverage provided to you only in a VA facility, and this works like a similar exception as if you were covered under an employer plan. So, to get to the point, you don't need Medicare Part B as long as you're comfortable with the restrictions. The restrictions are as follows. One, the VA benefits are not a guaranteed entitlement. They are subject to the changes of the federal budget like any government program. By selecting to opt out of Medicare, you will not be covered by any non-VA provider, which means you can only use VA services, which is understandable. Please also note that the VA hospital in Phoenix, which is one of the largest in the United States, does not admit patients in the evenings. So that eliminates 12 out of 24 hours, that's half the day, of emergency coverage. So you cannot be admitted at night by emergency to the VA hospital. So you'll have to take care of your hospital coverage at night some other way. So I hope that answers your question. You do not need to take Medicare Part B, although it's probably advisable that you do. And as to another part of the question, Medicare Part D is in drugs. The VA is considered credible coverage for prescriptions. So if you wanted to enroll in a later date, you would not be subject to any financial obligations over and above the normal premiums, but you would be restricted to when you can enroll, which would be the open enrollment period once a year like anybody else. So if you have any additional questions, please contact me at david at ara123.com or call us toll free at 877-220-1089. And you can always visit us at americanretirementadvisors.com or ARA123 for short. Have a great day, and I hope this answers your question.